Alright guys, what is going on? How y'all doing tonight? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live to give you my thoughts on this week's episode of NXT Live from the April 15th, 2020 edition of NXT that took place at the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. After my 8 o'clock show that I watch on Thursday nights usually, I will be going live. Well, I have a couple more graphics to make for that, but it's not too many, just like 3 more graphic pieces to make for that stream. So I will take care of that right after this, and then I will go live to talk about those releases that took place yesterday, that dark day of April 15th, 2020 in wrestling. So I will do that sometime this evening. But I'm here to give you my brief thoughts on NXT because NXT was alright last night. I didn't really think it was one of the strongest episodes I've seen so far. I don't know, it's because, again, the taste is dying out of me right now for wrestling, because, these shows. And this week's show was just a decent, a solid show with just some fresh matchups. Nothing really too the biggest shot, except for the attack at the end. We all knew that the person who attacked Tommaso Ciampa was going after him or Johnny Gargano. I mean, based off of how, Johnny won the feud, and how his wife may have turned heel, which again, I'm still waiting to confirm it, but, we'll have to wait and see. But, not say too soon here, but whoever it was is going after Tommaso Ciampa first, it looks like. But we'll get to that ending at the end. Tyler Live Chat says this was not as good as AEW, and also Money in the Bank should be canceled. It's not going to be canceled, though, unfortunately, buddy. It's unfortunate. Anyway, so we started the show with a match with Finn Balor and Fabian Eichner. It was a solid match, kind of continuing the storyline here of, it seems that I'm still wondering if it's going to happen because it is April 15th, and I haven't really been watching NXT UK to see, but I haven't got a chance to see. I'm guessing NXT UK TakeOver Dublin's been canceled? I guess. I'm not sure. I'll have to actually look because I haven't really been watching NXT UK for a while, for a couple weeks. I got to catch up on those shows, see what's going on there. But I'm guessing, because I haven't seen anything on SmartOut, but I'm guessing that NXT UK TakeOver Dublin's been canceled. But I know at some point we're going to be getting a match with Finn Balor and Walter, and I definitely think it should have happened at TakeOver Dublin if it did happen, because of course Finn Balor's from Dublin. So they kind of continue the storyline, having them have a match with Fabian Eichner, which I thought was solid. And again, I've always thought Fabian Eichner was a great talent. Finn Balor wins, but of course that's not the only match. I mean, the only time we saw Finn Balor on this show tonight. So we had that opening segment, and he delivers another warning to Walter through the camera. We then see Velveteen Dream chilling backstage, waiting for the arrival of Adam Cole, who said he wants to come and have a little chat with the Velveteen Dream. We'll also be hearing from the Women's Champion tonight. Then we get highlights from what happened with Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox to take over Portland. And later on tonight, we'll get Tegan Nox facing Raquel Gonzalez, who is Dakota Kai's muscle. Charlotte there then has a pre-recorded speech where she puts over Rhea Ripley as the future. But she says her title win will make her the first woman to dominate 3 eras. She beat stars from the past like Nikki Bella and Trish Stratus, which once again, Nikki Bella is not the biggest star in the world. She's good, but not that great. She dominated her own contemporaries, such as Becky Lynch, Bayley, even though Becky beat her how many times? Bayley, Sasha Banks, so many others of the present. And now she's going after the future, because that's who she needs to conquer next. And she started by taking out Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. She runs down prospective challengers and offers the first lottery ticket to Mia Yim, which yesterday was her birthday, or today was her birthday, I think it was. Since Mia Yim was actually one of her first matches in WWE. She came in as an extra and have a match with Charlotte. So she wants, she wants her one to be one of her first matches she has. But of course, that's not going to happen because last week Io Shirai won the ladder match. So Io is going to be the first person to challenge her for the title, and maybe Charlotte will have a non-title match against Mia. But I'm pretty sure at one point we will get Mia Yim and Charlotte Flair, unless they kind of go off that history and make Mia Yim the champion eventually or something because of this history. Who knows? Mia Yim could be the one. I'm the future, and I started you, but now I'm going to end you. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get that. Who knows? But I still think Rhea should come back and take the title off of Charlotte at some point. Though I still think Rhea was due for a longer title reign. But again, I heard the rumors. I'm not. Again, I'm hearing they may have been false reports. I'm not sure, but hearing rumors that apparently Rhea Ripley dropped the title because she's having visa issues right now. But we'll see if it's true or not for sure. We had a brief match also with Xia Li and Aaliyah. Obviously, this is the fallback from what should have happened a few weeks ago when they were doing the qualifying match for the ladder match. Xia Li was taken out, I guess, by Aaliyah. I don't know who the heck took out Xia Li before the match, but Xia Li was in defeat Aaliyah. Then we also get a video package about the interim Cruiserweight Championship tournament, which again is happening due to prevailing circumstances. And I guess instead of being just like bracket style, they're splitting it up into two groups. So there's 4 people in Group A, 4 people in Group B, and basically you're going to have just some round robin matches, and whoever has the most wins out of Group A will face the winner from Group B, basically, and that winner will become the interim Cruiserweight champion. Even though Drake Maverick's release was announced yesterday, he is going to be able to participate though in this tournament still. But of course, we'll have to find out. Let's see how he does for sure, but we'll see next week. Because we only had one match this week, which was Akira Tozawa and Isaiah Swerve Scott. Not a bad match, but Tozawa won. Why does Isaiah Swerve Scott keep losing, yet he has all this hype behind him? I feel like he just loses a lot. And to me, it's kind of like, why? Especially with that high. I'm not saying he has to go on a winning streak, but, give him some wins. Like, why is he losing? I don't get it. But Tozawa wins the match, and then Tozawa vows to become champion again, even though once again he was Cruiserweight champion one time for 6 days. I still don't get why they put the title on when they did when he was feuding with Neville. I don't know. Who the heck knows? We see Velveteen Dream still chilling, and we get a video promo for El Hijo del Fantasma. He explains his history and says he can't think of a better way to launch and end his career by winning the Cruiserweight title, which he's going to be in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament for the interim Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, Jordan Devlin is at home pissed about this, but again, he can't be where he is right now because of what's going on. So of course when he gets back, the first two we're going to have is whoever the Cruiserweight champion is and himself for the Cruiserweight Championship. That's the match we're going to have. Anyways, though, so we didn't have the match of Tegan Nye and Raquel Gonzalez. Match was alright, but Kai tried to get involved at several times, but it did not work out as Tegan Nox had some help to eat up the odds as Shotzi Blackheart came out, takes out Dakota Kai with her helmet, and when Gonzalez tried to choke Shotzi on the apron, Tegan Nox grabbed her and rolled her up for the win. So I guess at some point we're getting, a tag match with Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox taking on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. I guess cool. I don't know. We also get this nice video package I liked about Keith Lee's journey to NXT and becoming NXT North American Champion. It started when he was 5 and his grandmother introduced him to wrestling. But when he decided to pursue it as a career, the rest of his family was against it. He even stole his own car to drive 5 hours to start training. And he even briefly got kicked out of his house for it. But then for the next 13 years, you hear a lot of people tell him no. He's too big. He doesn't wrestle like them. He's different. But now he's here on the biggest stage in the business, and he stands out. He thanks us for supporting him as we see his highlights since Survivor Series, and he could have given up, but he decided to grind instead. And that's what it means to be limitless. Nice little story there. We have then Dexter Loomis squashing Tahuti Miles. I was a little confused though when Dexter made his entrance. When the first time he made his entrance since he's kind of re-debuted, They said it for an unknown territory, which kind of caught my eye. But this time they actually said where he's from, so that was a little bit off. But Loomis wins again. Again, he's some type of strange psychopath, for what I see. And then we see Dream still waiting for Cole, but after the commercial, Cole has a video package. He's still at home at his pool. He's like, "Did you actually think I was going to show up? Are you stupid, Dream? You're still focused on protecting reality." I mean, Cole's still focused on protecting reality, not spreading the virus. He's trying to say, and that is that no one in NXT deserves a title shot. There are more important things to focus on right now, like how Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish are going to win the tag titles and help make Undisputed Era whole again with the prophecy. But Dream came out, stands at the podium anyways, and says, "That's typical of Cole. Does he really think Dream is stupid? Because he thinks a lot of the champ. He puts him over as a compliment, call him the greatest NXT champion of all time, but when it comes down to it, it'll be Dream over, baby." But then, as he's saying this, back out came Finn Balor, looking over Dream's shoulder. A nice angle shot for sure with Balor looking over. He walks over to him and says, "I don't know who you are, and we've never spoken, but I don't like you. Because if you keep making incorrect statements about who the best NXT champion is, they're going to have a date with the Prince." Then Dream says, "Well, pick me up next Wednesday." So that's probably going to be our main event next Wednesday. Finn Balor versus the Velveteen Dream, which sounds good to me. It should be a good match. Probably a good way to put over Dream. And I'm pretty sure at some point still he's going to get that NXT Championship shot and win the title, I'd still say. But who knows when it's going to be. Then we have Malcolm Bivens hyping up Indus saying they're coming after whoever wins the titles tonight. Do you care? I do not. Next week we're going to get 3 matches in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. And then before the match with Matt Riddle and a mystery partner on the Undisputed Eras, Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish, Pete Dunne, or Stallion Pete, is on the big screen saying how he can't be there, but he picked a partner for Riddle, which is Timothy Thatcher. And this guy came out, he reminded me of a hardcore, hard-hitting Sami Zayn, I thought. I thought he did good. I thought he fit in really well with Matt Riddle's style, being like a hard hitter and such. Was pretty impressed. Him and Riddle came away to retain the titles. Like, again, this was just Thatcher filling in, but I guess he is here in NXT to stay. But then afterwards, we had an interview backstage with Tommaso Ciampa, obviously giving his thoughts on the fallout from last week's finale between him and Gargano. He says he's done with this. He's done with Johnny. He's done with Candice. And he says Johnny was the better man. But then, bam! Ciampa was attacked viciously. The camera gets hit so we don't see anything. Just hear a beating. Then Tommaso falls to the ground, like right in front of the camera. And a high-heeled Vinley boot steps next to his face. Then a bald guy in leather drops down, and it's Killer Cross. And all he says is tick-tock. Now, I don't know if he's still going to be Killer Cross in NXT, though, because I had actually seen a report online that after this appearance, there was a report online of, I guess, Killer Cross's merchandise started to sell on WWE Shop. However, I guess probably because, I don't know if WWE wants to have, a guy named actually Killer in WWE. I saw that he might be being called Karrion Kross instead. So that's the case. Again, I'm surprised he's gonna be going after Tommaso Ciampa. I thought maybe with Candice getting a rub off of last week's match, and it looks like she turned heel. I did a turn alert, because I just want to be sure that was a full-on heel turn or what, just to be sure. I was surprised that Gargano and Candice didn't feud. That way he can bring in Scarlett also, and they can have like a mixed tag match. But he's going after Tommaso Ciampa first, so I wonder what that means for Johnny Gargano. We'll have to wait and see. But yep. So that's my thoughts on NXT, guys. Gave it a B-. Decent, solid show. Wasn't anything special, but I thought it was decent. I think we should not have Raw and SmackDown for sure. You should skip Raw and SmackDown if I want to. 2020 is a dark year, and Enzo has go away heat as well. Yep, I mean, Sammy's Enzo go away heat. We know that's how we say it all the time. But that's gonna do it, guys. That's been a lot of review again. I'm sorry I wasn't too hyper for this review. I actually got a little tired after I watched NXT. Took a brief nap, but I'll be up here a little bit later, talk about those releases that happened yesterday, and one or two I saw happen today. So we'll talk about those later on today, guys, but I'm just feeling a little worn out right now, so sorry I wasn't really the best in this review. But I'll go watch my 8 o'clock show. I'll come back up here, finish the graphics, and then go live around 9. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this show? Give it a B-. Make sure your thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe or comment on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBarney3. And with that, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out, everybody. Yeah, no one will surprise. There's no